Up Empowered Individuals. July 1st, 2021. Look at this fucking ring we got. Excuse my language. We got such pretty flowers though. They grew. The milkweed over there. Got bigger. Cucumbers coming in. Yummy. It's so good. It's so much better than store bought. We got tomatoes. See the tomatoes. There's a pepper in there somewhere. Look at this peppers. Oh, there's more than one peppers with the roses. So pretty. We got Matilda. Aruba Blue it's called. I think it's Essie, the company. Anyways, got me my Dunkin'. Oh, no, you can't even see it. Anyway, this is called a smoked vanilla cold brew. So good. I might put this video up if I didn't get deleted anyway. But Miss Thang next door was doing an incantation again. She waited too damn long to do that shit. Supposed to do that in the summer solstice, whether it rains or shines. That's what they're supposed to do. Like they have to do that. You know what I mean? That's what they teach them at the Wizard and which school, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what it's called because I don't care. I ain't joining. So, yeah, stupid little rituals. And she definitely either astral travels out of her body to block the camera from catching her doing anything on my property, the front or in the back, or she sends a demon out to do it. It records not her doing anything, it records different times. Like you see, the last time what her thing was to push those cushions down. And we had two bricks on top, and they were on the floor. One of the bricks was chipped, and the other one wasn't, but it was just sitting on the floor. And all the cushions on one side was thrown on the floor. And I seen the husband do it from the window. But I didn't think he was gonna do that, so I never, took a video. Well, this is before we had cameras anyway. Oh, come on now. They're gonna be placed gently on the floor, and then all the cushions are gonna be knocked over. Come on now. That's the thing. I never understood how she didn't get caught. Because first of all, when this happened, we were gonna have people come over, so all the chairs and the table was out. Everything was out, like in the way. She wouldn't have been able to pass. Like she went around all the furniture and then did that, or he did that, whoever. Like I said, the cameras in the back here did not videotape her doing that. They didn't even videotape her coming out. They videotaped the garage. There was like a lot of traffic in front at that moment, so that's what they do. Witches will send demons out to make a lot of traffic in front of your house. So if you have a camera, they can block them. They can make one camera film only one area while they do stuff. And I tell you, she has the incantation papers. You saw that video. I don't know if I saved the video for myself though. I'm gonna have to check it, because sometimes they get, my family will delete the videos after a while. But what happens is they get their little tea light. And it could be, one of the plastic tea lights or a regular tea light that you light. And they put it in there in her little box with her statue in it. But you're not supposed to worship statues if you're a real Christian. It says do not worship any other gods besides him. It's a commandment. You're not supposed to do it. She made him build a whole box, a wooden box with glass, to put her statue in there. And they come out here, her and her son have come out here with the little tea lights, all happy and running to the statue. she's had a paper in her hand too. I think I shared that video with you guys. I don't know if I kept it for myself. But she doesn't look right on my window anymore. But she goes to the statue and does her incantations. That's her incantations on the paper. She takes a little tea light, she puts it in there, and I think they leave it overnight. So they probably don't have the regular candle, they probably just have the plastic one. The LED light, whatever it's called. And she made her husband build this thing so we wouldn't see her do it. You know, we wouldn't see her go there to the incantation thing. But that's what that is. She figures putting the bread on my window sill doesn't work anymore. You know, they're screaming at her a couple times. And then I would throw it back to her. So she's like, oh, that's not gonna work, I gotta try something else. And then they do that. They've astral projected into my house before too. I was in the bathroom one day and I smelled cologne like somebody had just walked in the bathroom. This was a while back, a couple months ago. I don't know, I think I was in there at like 10 in the morning and it smelled like somebody was already in there, like a man was already in there with their cologne, and I'm not married, so, and everybody else is away. You can't really access my bathroom unless I let you in. So I think that the bread boy did his astral projection and was in my bathroom, so I could smell it. He put cologne on in the ritual, and then he astral projected into my bathroom for some reason. Did your spirit want to take a shower? Or wash his hands or use the bathroom? You have your own fucking bathroom for that. So that's one way they do it. And then another time I was in the bathroom. I was in my room, never mind. I was in my bedroom and I had the door open and I saw a shadow. Like a tall person's shadow, like a black shadow, come from the backyard door from my end and walk straight into the wall. So Bread Boy knows how to do astral projection, so he did that. He passed through my house to get to the other side of the house, which would be their side. You know, to the old Chinese man that smokes in front of my house. Does it every day. Every single day. He's on the video every day smoking. And before that too, he did not get caught doing that either. I actually showed you the video where he's actually throwing the cigarette butts in front of my house. Like, really, bro? At least he gets caught though. So I don't know if he's a witch. I think he's just an angry old man. Last time I was sitting out here and I was reading my book. I was not bothering anybody. It was on my side of the fence, right here on the couch. It was a nice warm day. I was reading a book, just relaxing, and I hear the door over here. This door. And it's like, it's the same type of door I have, but the other side has like a white door like mine. And I kept seeing it open and close it, open and close it, open and close. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's going on? I thought I was seeing things. And then I stopped what I was reading to look again. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I saw him walking around. I saw the door was open. And I saw him walking around. It's like, why the hell is he doing that? You know, I'm not bothering him. I'm all the way on this side of the friggin' fence. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he did it for like 10 minutes straight. And I think I got it on video a little bit. Because I was like, I know I'm not nuts. I know I see him doing it. I see the door. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I come out here again the next day and my sister's here. So I tell her what's going on. I was like, you know, this guy next door, he's opening and closing the door for like 10 minutes. Like, really fast. I was like, he thought he was going to break the door. He did. He almost broke the door. That's how hard he was hitting it. She's like, what the hell? And all of a sudden he did it again. And she saw it. She's like, really? Like, what the fuck, man? I guess he didn't want us to sit in our own backyard and, you know, we were both reading books too. And we had music on and everything, so I guess he didn't like the music. So you know what? Next time I come out here when it's not raining, I think I'm gonna bring my boombox. Yes, I have a boombox. And I'm gonna play rap music with all curses in it. I don't even know if I have my rap album anymore. They used to have Ludacris and Nelly. They got some curses up in there. Just blast those albums. Either that or could blast the Backstreet Boys with them. You know how much everybody loves boy bands. That'll be funny. That would be very funny, actually. So I kind of got gang stalked yesterday, and I laugh at them. You know, I do that. I look at them, I smile at them, like with my full mouth open, smile at them. Oh, they get annoyed. It's kind of funny. Don't gang stalk me that if you're gonna get annoyed. So, you know, they still do that shit now when I'm with my family. I went somewhere with my family, and we went to go pick up another family member. I went to eat at their house. We had Popeyes too. Popeyes was in the area. We got our food. So it's about like 2 blocks before we get to Popeyes. There's some gang stalkers. I don't know. I forgot what avenue that was. I'm not sure actually. I didn't look at the sign, but they were standing right at the corner. So I guess I should have remembered what the sign said. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. I think they're draining my energy. Some smoking energy vampires around here. Because I slept really good, so, you know, they have to ruin that. Anyway. So I see them waiting at the corner, this one corner. So they had the teenager on his bike at the first corner. And these were like little streets. So the next corner had a guy with his cell phone out. And they both looked at me at the same time. Their eyes bulged out of their heads. They turned their face, and they pretended like they were doing other stuff. And the guy on his phone was like on the speakerphone. He kept aiming the camera towards me. So I smiled at both of them. That's when they turned around. I was like, yeah, you ain't gang stalking. You're just waiting at the corner. No. They pretended very well. And so usually when I have like witchcraft going on, it's from her next door. And then there's other witches in the neighborhood that I actually were able to see in my dream. And I kind of knew they were that way. But like one time before the pandemic, I sat at that one bench in front of the berry juice. And the witch was with her. That was a witch. She did not want to sit on the other bench. She had to sit next to me to feel my energy. How about you feel it up your ass? How about that? And the other witch comes over, and they're both talking to each other. The bitch had bird poop in her hair. She didn't even care. She was like high and stuff. That was what they did too. They smoked weed, like really, really stinky weed. It's so gross. I don't know what the fuck they put in. They put shit in there and everything. And she had to sit near me. I'm like, why are you sitting near me for? I wonder, you know. Now this is before I knew how to rebuke them. But I already knew that's what she was doing. Because that's what witches do. They see me, and they do that. They have to sit next to me. They have to take my energy away from them. You know, away from me. So they can have it. They're energy vampires. And that's the day I saw the old lady witch. And she was waiting for me outside their house next door. I was with my sister that day too. She jumped for joy and ran up the stairs. She's like 60 years old. Huh? And she's like shaking. She looks like she's like, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Mo Money, where the guy shakes, the interviewer, and he's making fun of him by doing it too. That's a good movie. That shows you scam artists too, what they do. Well, they did the whole jewelry store scene. Yeah, that's scam artists. So, you know, I watched, because I saw her on the video going to the, meanwhile, it was hot as ass outside yesterday. For like the past 3 days, I didn't get coffee because it was very, very hot. You know, I don't do well with heat. I have a medical condition, so if I putting the mask on is actually very suffocating. But when the people in the store had the air conditioner full blast, I'm okay with it. You know, I could breathe. And the store, the stores always have the air conditioner on right now, but, it's only for a couple minutes too. Because today was like 2 hours at the friggin' salon. Got my brows and my toes did. I was like, I cannot stay there longer than that. I did my manicure another day. It's, it's a couple hours, and there was a lot of people in there too. We all had to wear a mask, but it's uncomfortable to wear the mask. I do it anyway, because I know, I'm a gangster, I'm a gangster. I get gang stalked, so I have to wear it, whether I want to or not, because they always looking at me, and they're always ready to call the police on my ass, When they see us with old masks on, they're ready to call the police, 911. That's Karen. They're a bunch of Karens and Darrens. So, I watched at least 3 prayer videos today. So glad I did, because lately I've been getting they're fire, huh? Like they're doing something to me, but they're hitting my stomach, so I was getting stomach cramps and pain, and I had to go to the bathroom a lot. I prayed about that too, and it helped. I took my Pepto, and I prayed, and it does help. It really does. It helps. Prayer works very well. And I watched the video about this guy saying that he had a lot of witchcraft against him. So he was basically explaining what to do. So that video I'm keeping. So I'm going to keep watching it. I think those types of videos I'm going to watch once a month, or even once a week. Only because, the shorter videos, just the ones that get to the point. How they work, and what they use, what they do, and how they do it. So a lot of the time she was in my dream because she was trying to get me that way. And that's what they do. They astral project themselves and put themselves in your dream to attack you, or they send demons to attack you. They want us to die, basically. Or go to the hospital. And, so you have to really start praying up. So what he was saying was he used to pray from 12 in the morning till 3 in the morning. Because that's when they do their witchcraft against us. Obviously, she knows I'm really, I'm very strong in my Christian faith right now. I'm still a baby in this whole thing, but, I'm getting there. She obviously is feeling it, because she wouldn't be doing all these things if she wasn't, if she didn't know. Or was afraid, they're afraid of us, so I wish they would repent and turn to Christ instead of attacking us, but they don't want to. They think that their God, little g, Satan, is, the big kahuna, because he can get them stuff now in this lifetime, like money and cars and gift cards, anything they want like that. You remember, Satan tempted God with the same thing. He tempted Jesus on the mountain. And Jesus said, hell no. He'd rather die than conquer these kingdoms, because these are fallen kingdoms right now. Satan's reigning now until God comes back, till Jesus comes back. So he doesn't really have that much time, so he's really pushing everybody to go his way. And, he'll find every and each different way to do it, mostly through music. That's why all the songs suck nowadays, and they don't tell stories. They're just sex, drugs, money. You know what I mean? That's what, because they want us to get into a lower vibration. You hear all the noise campaign right now as I'm talking? Yeah, because they're pissed off. Good. I'm about to piss them off some more. Anyways, so yeah, they get us through music like that, because Lucifer was the god of music. But before he fell from heaven, he was a big star up there. So he did make really good angelic music before he fell. So it's just, you gotta find some other, don't listen to this stupid shit they come out with now. I listen to stuff from the 90s, from the 80s, even the 70s. At least they talked about stuff, They talked about what was going on in the world back then. So, they had stories to tell about love and all kinds of stuff. Their whole lives. So much better music back then. Now these music, all they care about is the chorus, and they just talk about every disgusting thing you can think of. I don't really like listening to music nowadays. Like country music is good. Today's country music is good. Not all of it, but most of it, because they do tell stories. It's mostly about love and everything. So, but it's a different, it's a little bit higher vibration than the crap they put out today. Like the regular stupid crap they put out. And that's why I don't watch TV either, because we watch the news. All they talk about is horrible things. Like, I don't want to hear that, because I know they're trying to, steer us the wrong way. That's why everybody hates each other right now. So you know what I mean? So anyways, so this guy was praying. Let me get back to the video. So he's praying, and then he winds up not praying all night because he had a regular job. So he wound up praying at around 12 at midnight, and then he would go to bed and, go to work every day. He said, all you gotta do is pray for at least half hour or even 10 minutes. He said, take the time out of your day, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and pray in your head if you can't pray out loud, which I agree with. It doesn't have to be like a grand gesture, you know what I mean? As long as you start praying. Because we need all the protection we can get right now, if you're a Christian. They really hate us. They really hate us, these witches and warlocks. And they fire arrows. And you'll feel it too. I felt pains in my stomach, and I felt pains in my chest a couple times. And, once you rebuke that, you just keep rebuking it. You have to learn, you have to practice, it takes practice, but it works. They literally stop. They hate when we do that, so definitely do it. But as I was watching this video, somebody outside was honking their horn like crazy. I'm like, that ain't gonna stop me from watching this. Of course, I watched it on my phone, and then I continued to watch it on the computer. I was like, nope, you ain't stopping me. So, and he was saying that, these witches and warlocks, they'll come on your channel and they ask all these questions because they need all the information they can get to do their spells on you. In order for their spells to work, they need all the information you give them. So, when somebody's overly friendly and they ask you all these questions, where you're from, what you do, it's basically them getting your information. They use it against you. I didn't know this because I'm a very friendly person, so, when people always ask me these personal questions, I'm like, why do you need to know this? Because they don't tell me anything about themselves. So just remember that's what they're doing. So, he said somebody sent demons to him in his dream to kill him. He had armor of God on, but somebody got him in the chest, and he woke up and he was bleeding in that spot where that happened. He had like a cyst or something. He was like, oh, see? But that's it. They just did a little dot to him, and he felt it. So then he prayed extra hard the next day. But they do that. I want to say it's her next door, because I don't want to join her cult. I do not want to be a witch. I will never be a witch. You cannot make me do that. I'm on the winning team. Do you understand? You keep doing the witchcraft, it's not going to be good for you. God will reject you. He's the ultimate father. He's the real father of all of us. We've been lied to by Satan, so God's mercy is better than anything. If he tells you no, just listen. I almost dated a Satanist that I didn't know. This guy, a couple years ago, I had a crush on him, and then he showed up. So that was weird, right? I was a celebrity in another country. I wrote him a fan letter. He didn't write back, so I was like, okay, that happens, you write fan letters or whatever. Sometimes they write back, sometimes they don't. And that's fine because a lot of them are busy. And I have I've got a couple of pictures in the mail. Some celebrities who have passed, which I kept them. I still kept them. I wrapped them up because I can't hang them up right now. There's no room. So I wrapped them in bubble wrap and I put them away. So those are cool. But this guy decided to come here. And he don't live here. He lives in Europe somewhere. So I don't know if he was trying to meet me, but he could have. That seems like it was witchcraft to me. The fact that he didn't say anything when he saw him, so I didn't realize it was really him. I thought it was just somebody that looked like him. Because a lot of people look like, celebrities when you meet people. But he didn't say anything. So if you go, hi, I'm blah, 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 and I got your fan letter, that makes sense, right? So I didn't know that, all the celebrities do witchcraft. They're Satanists. I didn't know that till now, until a couple years ago. So, that's how they get their contracts and everything. And that hurt when we didn't get together. But then, when God, like I tell you, when God says no, you have to listen. Do not curse God out. Say thank you, Father. Because I could have been sacrificed, basically. They sacrifice people close to them. So I'm glad we didn't get together. But, things like that happen. And, I wasn't able to meet anybody else after that. After the whole thing happened. Because I was so focused on going out with this one guy, my father got sick. And then, he kept getting sicker and sicker every year. So I don't know if me not going out with that guy, maybe he did something. You know what I mean? Maybe he did some sort of witchcraft against my family. You never know. Because there's a lot of shit that was going on at the same time. And then he went away. Never saw him again. And then he put a ring on somebody else's finger. I was like, you motherfucker. But, let him be with somebody else. I'd rather him be with somebody else than me, because I don't trust people like that anymore, I really don't trust anybody to begin with. I trust God. He knows what he's doing. The problem is, us TIs, we always meet narcissistic assholes, so I'm gonna say it, because they seek us out. They are vampire energy, the vampires, so they need our energy. So they need to suck our energy out, and they can't suck the blood, but they have that spirit on them. That's why all these vampire shows are so many vampire shows out there, movies and stuff. Yeah, they want us to fall in love with vampires. No thanks. Lately they've been playing Twilight. All the Twilights. Yeah, I saw them all. I read the books, whatever. I was into Twilight, don't worry. Well, the main character is my name. And the whole time looking at her, even the first movie I saw, I didn't like Edward. I did not like him. I was like, hell to the no. And then I kind of liked him at the end. But then my thing is, I'm looking at her going, you wanted him to make you into a vampire? What? Because he even said that we could live out the rest of your life, and then you're going to be old, and that would be okay with me. She should have been like, oh, thank you. I don't want to be a vampire, you know what I mean? That's the route I would have chose. I would be like, nope, no vampire for me. I'd rather stay human. First of all, I wouldn't even say yes to a vampire. It's kind of funny because I'm like, they try hard, these fucking vampires. These vampires and witches and warlocks, they try very hard. Sometimes you get tired too. But God gives you rest, and it's true. Even though I got sick from their witchcraft and all that stuff, I prayed and prayed and prayed, and then I slept through the night. So I think I'm winning. I try to win anyway. I mean, they're not gonna stop, They're desperate. They are not stopping. So I'm not stopping. 30 minutes already on this video. And so I saved a video. It was a prayer thing, actually. He wrote a prayer. He put the link in the description, so I saved it. So one day I'll make a video and just read that. So I'm gonna make that video. Then there's another video. I accidentally deleted the video I made. But these other two videos I wanted you guys to watch from another TI. You know, how he found out he was on R&M. How he got the links and everything. So I'm like, oh, you know, that's good information. So I was trying to put it on here, and I don't know, the witches were messing with my Wi-Fi because it didn't upload. And then I deleted it from my phone before I could redo. You know, I was gonna put it up. I should have put it up the next day, but I wound up I deleted it off my phone first, and then when it didn't go on YouTube, I was like, crap. You know, I couldn't get it back, so I already deleted it. So what I'm gonna do is one day I'll go to his page, and then I'll show you the titles of the videos, and then you just watch it from there. You know, he gets all the credit, this guy. He knows how to do it. He's one of the few of us that actually, you know, gets to leave the house and go to work. You know, they didn't target him so bad that he didn't, you know, that he had to stay home or be homeless. And it's very rare. You know, a lot of people are living in their cars because of it. I'm lucky to be living here, and I think that's what pisses them off too, gang stalkers. I think they're really pissed off that I didn't kill myself, and I'm living at home. Yes, I'm still living at home, whatever. But I have a roof over my head, you know what I mean? I have a place to stay. I have a place to sleep at night. I have a place to shower. I have a place to wash my clothes. I don't have to go to the laundromat. So I think that's what pisses people off when they come to my channel. And this one person in particular is like, oh, you live at home. So, I don't have to pay rent. So go fuck yourself. You have to pay sky high rent wherever the hell you are talking shit about me. I see those screenshots still. I'll tell you if these people do it again. So you can go down to my precinct if you want and tell them that you think I'm doing stuff. I will show them the screenshots. I don't even have to call the police on these people. They ain't coming anyway. How many fireworks go off every fucking night? Drag racing every night, 3 o'clock in the morning. The police come, but they can't arrest them. They're not allowed to. How about cool and shut the fuck up and let the police do their job? Those are the people they're supposed to be arresting. That's illegal shit. It's enough already. Stop letting these punks get away with everything. And that goes for you guys on your channels too. Don't let the punks get away with anything. Block them. Block and report. Even if they make another channel with a different picture, block that channel. Block every channel you get. And now you hear the noise camping. That's what I did. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. By the way, your comments sometimes are not showing up on my channel at all. Like, when you go to the video, I don't know if you can see the comments from your side. I can't see any comments unless I click the little lines to see the comments. And a couple of people, YouTube is blocking some of you guys from commenting on my videos. Like, I'll get the notification, and I'll go to the video that the person's commenting on, and it doesn't show it for some reason. Like, there's a new person that's commenting on a couple videos. I saw the notification, I clicked on it, and it's not there, that comment. So I don't know. I think they're doing that. I didn't do it. So I'm gonna have to go through YouTube Studio and change it up. And the movie I showed you, the last movie I showed you, I had to unlist it, and then the comments are turned off automatically. So I don't do that. They did it. They have a problem with me telling you guys truth. Whatever. That's what they don't mind showing people being naked on YouTube, but you tell people the truth and they like block you or whatever. Insane. This is an insane world we're living in. Yeah, so now they're gonna make all the kinds of noises because I'm making this video. Whatever. I'm almost done anyway. So I want to get my coffee in a different Dunkin', and no gang service. It's funny because when I go to the nail salon, there is a gang stalker that comes by there all the time now. Every time I go, it's like a pickup truck, but it has the back closed, so it's a red and black pickup truck. So I'm like, okay, that's a gang stalker. I recognized the car from the last time. And the last time I went wasn't that long ago, a couple months ago. I don't go often, because I don't have that kind of money. But I remember last time I got a pedicure, I'm like, what the hell is this guy? And he parked right in front of the salon. And he was wearing red and black himself. He came out of the car wearing red and black. So I was like, okay, that's a gang stalker. And then this time he passed by the place, the same car. There was already somebody parked there. But I noticed that even the time before that, it was like right before my birthday actually, the same car was driving around. Like he came around like 3 or 4 times that day. I'm hoping he was just looking for a parking spot, but we don't know. These gang stalkers, they always do that shit. Whatever. And I laugh, I don't get mad anymore. I just laugh at them. They're stupid. You gotta do all of that shit just to get a gift card? Come on now. Oh my god, and that weird homeless guy that I showed you in front of my house, he was around the corner. There was somebody who threw a couch out, but they put it over there on the sidewalk. He's standing in front of the sidewalk, in front of the couch. And I guess he has like a radio sometimes. So he'll put the radio on top of stuff and just stand there and talk to himself. I haven't seen that guy in like over 2 years. Last time I saw him was right before the pandemic. And he parked his car in front of my view across the street. And he had t-shirts with the American flag on the car seats. So that means that he drives. And usually he used to walk around with like an empty shopping cart. And then he, with his radio in the front seat, and then he filled everything up with junk he found. And he just, walk around talking to himself all the time. But in the neighborhood, near Dunkin' mostly, the old Dunkin'. And the other day he was right in front of my house talking to himself. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I remember this guy, so. It's funny though, when they on their phone, these gang stalkers, and they look over to look for their handle. It's really funny. I could have videotaped the guy. And I used to see him too at the other Dunkin'. He never had a bike before. He never really bothered me at all. Like I would sit at the table, and he would get a coffee, and he would leave. Nothing weird. But last week or the week before, it was 2 days in a row I went to Dunkin', and it was different times, and he had the same clothes on. So he has he's wearing like a grayish hat with a military color, and a black t-shirt. I don't know if it's military pants, I want to say it's military shorts. I think he's wearing Crocs too, or sneakers, I don't know, I didn't even look at that part. On his shirt, it says El Chivo on it, and it has a cartoon goat. So I'm like, okay, it looks like a soccer player, and I almost got him on video. So I walked in, the first time he did that, I walked in and he was standing at the door with his phone towards me. So I see the goat, I was like, oh shit. So I went to order my coffee. And I waited a few minutes. I was standing right behind him, so he knew I saw him, and I was, getting ready. And I almost he turned around and he realized I was going to videotape him, so he kept turning back around. And then there's teenagers in there, and they were looking at me, looking at him. Like, I think they got paid, the gift cards to go there and watch me too. So they were looking at me, and then looking at him, and looking back and forth, like, You know, people usually don't do that. You know, people usually ignore me. So the fact that they were watching to get my reaction was like, oh, well, I'm not filming kids, so get the fuck out of here. If there's a kid coming, I point the camera down because I don't want to videotape children. They're usually innocent on this one, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then the next day he came around, he had a bike, and he was standing outside of Dunkin', but he had his phone on speaker. And it was on camera. It was on the camera, but facing him, you know, and there was nobody on the other end. So, like, I didn't see anybody's face on the other end, but I heard somebody talking to him on the other end, and he looked at me, and then also he turned around and looked for his handler. Like, he kept looking for the handler. Like, what am I supposed to do? She's right here. She's here right now. Like, she's here before I can say anything. What do you want me to do? So I walked past him and just kind of caught it, and he didn't stay. He ran. He was like flew off. But there was a homeless guy waiting in the little area. There's like a right behind this supposed to be the garbage pails. And there's one little area. The door's locked and everything, but he sits there. He'll drink. He had like a bottle of Smirnoff one day, and he looked homeless. And he was drunk off his ass during the day. And this time, he had a suit on, like he was going to work. And he was sitting in this area, same area. His camera was pointed towards me, like he was holding it in his hand, but he had his hand out with the camera facing me. So I smiled. And I gave him the raspberry. I stuck out my tongue at him. So he was probably not happy about that. I was like, don't pretend to be homeless. Yeah, I know you're a fucking gang stalker. And I thought it was funny, you know, whenever I stuck my tongue out at him. And then I kept walking. And then I didn't see him the next day. It was like a couple times. I saw him before that too, a couple times. I wasn't ready for it. So I'm gonna have to videotape their asses next time I see them. You should never get away with any of that shit. Especially now, you know, their time is up. You cannot get away with it any longer. Nope, 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 nope. Stay prayed up. Because I know these assholes. They're all trying to get us. Yeah, so I have some prayers that lined up. I'm gonna make a video so you guys can do it too. I swear I cannot stand these principalities. Well, they tried. Twice they showed me the demon they sent me. The demon didn't say that where he was coming from. It was always in a hospital. It's always a hospital setting and a gigantic demon with hooves and a tail and a bat wing. You think I'm fucking scared of you? No, I'm not. And my God is bigger than that, so. They're scared of God. They're scared of the name Jesus Christ or Yeshua, whichever we want to call him. They're scared of that name. Make sure you say it loud and say it proud. Oh, white butterfly. So pretty. I think these are orchids. Not too sure. They're not mine, but they're in our backyard. They're pretty. Yeah, so that's about it. You know, she's doing something. She never comes out of her house. So for her to come out on the hottest day of the year, which was yesterday, you know, the humidity was like 108 degrees, maybe more. So, I mean, she made him build this whole thing and she doesn't even come out here to sit. He comes up by himself. Well, she only told him to do that because she comes back here doing incantations and she doesn't want to get him picked up by the camera. But the camera doesn't record her anyway because she sent the demons to cover the camera. I think one day I'm going to come out here with the prayer and speak it over the camera so she gets caught. Anyways, God sees everything she's doing anyway, so. when he's ready to make her get caught, she'll get caught. And that too, she doesn't seem to get it. None of these witches and warlocks seem to get that God is bigger than them and their demons. When God will punish these people, they are not ever going to get his grace. He is not going to show them mercy. He is not going to save them. They're probably, I don't know if they're going to hell or they're just going to come back down here and never die and be tortured. I don't know what's going to happen to them. It's like very ridiculous that they don't get it. Like, why are they not seeing it? You know, like we see what they're doing to us through, you know, when we pray and that God shows us what they're going to do. That's what they have to do. They have to show us what they're doing. Now is the time where they have to show us what they're about to do. And always write it down too. Try to remember your dream, write it down in a journal. Because especially the detailed ones and they felt real and you had a fight, yes, always write it down. And then you can talk about it too. Definitely talk about it because other people might be going through the same thing you are. And they, you know, they think they're alone, but you know, they're having the same types of dreams. So a lot of people are having these types of dreams now because, you know, devil's time is short. So he has to reveal himself and what he's doing, what he's about to do. So, ain't nothing special about this 4th of July. It's gonna rain all day. It's very strange. It rained today. It's gonna rain tomorrow. It's gonna rain Saturday. It's gonna rain Sunday. It's gonna rain Monday. And you know what though? If you think about it, I wonder if it's going to rain all these days because the witches and warlocks are gonna do some really, really big rituals. For each holiday, you know, they do something like more. Maybe they do more stuff on each holiday, you know, from the calendar, from our calendar. Because I know they have their own calendars. The solstice and all that shit. All the solstices. But that's why she did her incantations yesterday, because when the summer solstice was here, it was too hot for her to come outside and do it. Yesterday, in the early morning, I think she did it. It was probably not as hot. So she came out here for like a minute or two. She walked past my window and she got like annoyed. Yeah, because she can't put bread in my window, bitch. Well, both cameras are facing towards my window back there, so yeah, she can't do nothing. Oh, there was a banana peel in front of my house. That's from that bitch. She loves putting banana peels in the backyard. Now she's putting them in the front. Of course, the camera didn't catch her. But you know, like at like 8 o'clock in the morning, she goes to the store. And she goes to net cost. I think so, yeah, because one day she forgot her bag, her grocery bag, and they gave her grocery bags. Yeah, it said net cost on it. It's not too far from where I live, but yeah, she goes at like 8 in the morning. A couple of times the camera will pick her up, coming back at like 8:45. So she walks pretty fast. So I think that's probably why she thinks she has an advantage over me, because she walks faster than me. So what? I don't know how these people think they're better than us, you know? Well, like I said, the witches and warlocks are on our channels. They subscribe to our channels to see us going through crap they are putting on us. That's why you gotta be careful with your phone. Don't let anybody see your phone. Can I see your phone? No, you cannot. Don't ever let them see your phone. They will put a tracking device on there. There's a lot of tracking apps. I showed you 2 of them, I think. Yeah, so there was a show, the commercial comes on, he goes, I'm tracking this guy that's in my apartment right now. It's like, what the fuck are you tracking somebody for? Like, so that's why you date people, because you want to track them, you know? And they make it look like it's a game, like a computer game or whatever, phone game. And it's not. It really does track your every move. That's how stalkers do it. They will come to you as your boyfriend or girlfriend, make you think that you love them, they love you, and they love bomb you. Then when you're in the shower, your phone is out. And they take your phone and they put something on it. They put a tracking device on it. And you don't know it because it looks like a regular app on your phone. They have a way where they could put the tracking device on your phone through a different app. Usually it's the WhatsApp. So if you get rid of your WhatsApp, hopefully that helps. I don't know. But yeah, these are just some things. I'm lucky I don't have anybody near me that can go near my phone. They can't. I'd shoot them. I have my phone on me at all times, so if you're gonna try to take my phone, I will bite your fucking hand. You hear me, you fucking gang stalkers? I'm laughing, but I'm not kidding at all. Like, you will get slapped or something. they love to play with me. You call me crazy, but then you want to mess with me. Does that make sense? No. So you want to feel my wrath? Okay. I gotta get me a spy camera. Put it on my body somewhere. So, videotaping all the gang stalkers without my cell phone, hands-free device. I'll see. I'm gonna look into it. There's gotta be good ones because they have those, Even if they don't take their cell phones out to video us and mess with us, they definitely have spy cameras they put on. Like, it looks like a button on your jacket. I showed you that video, that TV show. The guy was acting like he was his friend and they were hanging out together. And he was a drug dealer. And the cops wanted the other guy, the guy he was friends with. They needed to arrest him. So they told his friend, "I'll give you gas for your car and all kinds of stuff if you do this." So he did it, and he got like a lesser sentence. When he was they told him he was gonna get arrested anyway, but they'll give him a lesser sentence if he did that. It's funny how they tell on themselves in these shows and movies. Good, we need to know. I got a list of movies I'm gonna tell you to watch too. I'm gonna watch them too. I'm gonna check to see if they have it on DVR. If they don't, I'll check it on YouTube. 'Cause I have a couple of movies on there. But definitely the ones I showed you, the ones I watched, yeah. And I have to watch what I say on here. If I was a TikToker, I wouldn't have to watch anything. But yeah, they're always trolls and stuff, always on our channels just to, get us kicked off or whatever. They're always there. They're there. They work for the company, and they hear a little certain word, and it goes through their computers. They hear it, and they, do something. So, what are you gonna do? I know people are scared of these gang stalkers, but they're nothing. They're nobodies, and they know it. Hopefully this video is not too long to be uploaded on YouTube. But yeah, it's nice back here, so. Alright, take care, you empowered individuals. Take care.